Okay, what do we have today? We have a John Deere E100 riding mower. My neighbor brought it over. She said it was driving and it just stopped and let out a puff of smoke. It doesn't tell me a whole lot, but we're going to try and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it and see if we can figure out how to fix it. So first things first, I'm going to try and start it. Does this have a choke? Probably not. I'm hearing a metallic thing. That'll be blade on, I think. That's blade off. Let's reverse. Parking brake. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a choke. There's the throttle. Nothing. Check for gas first. Open. Yeah, there's gas in there. You can see it. There's gas. Let's check oil. It turns over, but it's good to check anyway. Oh yeah. Got plenty of oil. Let's do spark check. Grab a spark plug and put it on there. We got spark. I don't know if you saw it. Good spark. We have it. Just in case. I always want to check a fuse. It's good. The thing that concerns me, and I saw that, I don't know if that's meaningful, but it doesn't look like it's sucking fuel out through the filter. I can't tell. So let's unplug the filter, or the pump, I mean, and see if we're getting flow through the pump. Go to the carburetor, to the other carburetor, and grab something to catch. It seems to me like if it's pumping fuel up the pump, or I'm sorry, up the filter, it should be a little bit more on that filter than that, but who knows? Let's see. Pull this guy off. getting fuel. Pump works. It's only got 35 hours. Can't be that bad. Now the other thing we have is there's a fuel cutoff, or I guess it's a cutoff. It's a fuel kick switch, whatever. It stops the fuel from going up into the bowl from the carburetor. If this took a crap, then obviously we wouldn't be getting any gas in here. So I'm going to touch it and I'm going to crank it, see if I can feel it click. The other way we could do it is by putting 12 volts to it. So what I'm going to do is just, I have this connected to the battery, and I'm just going to probe here on the positive side. This is the negative side. Black wire negative going to the frame. This would be the positive coming from over there. And I'm not getting anything. Let's pull you out. Grab a jumper. Oops. Doesn't seem to want to play. That might be our issue. Let's pull that apart and see. Okay, so this is where we're working. This is also the drain and the mounting bolt for the float bowl. And it is not a half inch, because it never is when I think it is. All right, we're gonna try 12 mil thin wrench. Fits here. We have to figure eventually we'd have to pull the carb out anyway, so let's see. Go. See what comes out. Fuel comes out. Let's go test this guy. This is the guy we're looking for. You see, this is a little plunger. When you put power to it, it sucks it in. And when you take power off, it lets it go. And it stops the fuel from flowing up into the carburetor. So let's see if we can put some power to it and make it do the little dance. Alrighty, so here we are at the bench. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the negative to this side, the positive to this side, and if this works, this guy should go. What that would do on the carburetor is basically open it so fuel could flow. So I'm going to connect. This is my black one. I'll call it negative, and all I have is just a long probe sitting there, so I can reach up in there. And I obviously have to be careful not to touch them, not to cross them. Yes, there probably are better ways of doing this. We're not going to do that. All right, so we got negative on this probe, or on this connector. And you're looking right there. And I'm going to touch this, and if it's bad, it won't do anything. So it's doing nothing. Again, nothing. So this is most likely the culprit of why it's not running, because it's not retracting, so it's not letting gas go. Now let's go try a Band-Aid fix back at the tractor. All right, so here, what we do is, this is basically just a plug there. I'm gonna put my finger there and I'm gonna try to start it. Because, see, when it cranks, you'll see fuel coming out. If I can get the key, okay. See fuel coming out. So the fuel pump's working, it's getting fuel to the bowl, but it's not going up in there. So I'm gonna just give it a shot. And I'm gonna plug this up with my finger. You see? It seems we have to replace this part. So we had it running with this unplugged, so it's getting fuel. Everything seems to be running all right. So it's just this we need to replace. I can't for the life of me remember what these are actually called, but we'll see about ordering one up and replacing it and moving on from there. It should just be a matter of putting it in and running this thing. I got to check with my neighbor, make sure she wants to replace it, and we'll be back in business. If this video continues, it'll be putting a new one up and starting it. Alrighty, so I looked through my stash, and as you can see, I have another one. They are not the same. This one has this little extra flange, which this one does not. And I'm not going to put this one on the carburetor because obviously it's not going to do the same thing. It's going to let whatever this is meant to stop pass through there. But what I will show you, I'll put them side by side so you can see the difference between one that works and one that does not. So we'll go to the one that works. We'll put our negative on one side, being careful not to cross the streams. And we're going to touch it here. See that? You apply power, it sucks in. So we'll go to our broken one again. This also verifies that it's broken. And nothing. Nothing at all. Not even with a little assistance. Let's see. Nope. It's dead. I'm pretty sure that that is our problem. This guy crapped out. I'm going to check and see if I still have, I may have another one. I have a whole bunch of different things for lawnmowers and stuff. So if it wasn't for that little flange, we'd be in business with a free part. But anyways, again, welcome back. I'll have either found one or one will come from Mr. Amazing, Mr. Bezos. And we'll get back to work on this lawnmower. Alrighty, it's the next day. Mr. Bezos and his amazing.com, Amazon, have come through. I think, I hope. A wire that I don't need. And let's see. We got the washer. Let's compare. It's always a good idea to compare, right? We both have the little flange threads, about the same height, same width, same connector. Yep. Looks the same. Alrighty, let's go put this on the mower and see if we have a running mower. Alrighty, here we go. The hardest part about doing this is finding a wrench thin enough to fit between here and here. Come on, you. That there. I'm gonna hit the key just to see, make sure. Yep, I can hear it. Now we give it some key and see if we can get this thing to start. There we go. That is that. Not much left to do, but call my neighbor up and say, hey, your mower's ready. And give it back. So that's it. Simple diagnosis, simple fix. And the shop would have charged, I don't know, a lot for this. And it was a $12 part on Amazon. And now we have a working mower again. Hope this helps somebody. And have yourselves a great day. Give me a like if you can. Have a good one.